you're next. Like, you're so talented. Like, oh my God, you're such a star. But this is what we want you to sing. And this is what we want you to wear. And this is what you're going to say. And you say it like this. I'd be like, I'm sorry. I've been in the studio like for 10 hours. Like, no.
Courtney Michaela Ann Jones, the full name of Coco Jones, recognized for roles such as Rita in the show Vampires vs. the Bronx, Hilary Banks in Bel-Air, Roxie in the Disney Channel original TV movie Let It Shine, among others. But besides loving to act, Coco also loved music, which has been her number one since she started talking. But with no connections to the industry, and as she grew older wanting to pursue this, she would participate in different things such as live performances, competitions, school talent shows, and even almost joined a Christian singing group called Pure NRG. But with growing up in Nashville, Tennessee, there was only so many opportunities her or her mom could find. And Coco, with wanting more, her mom encouraged her to start auditioning to things, which is where acting began for her. And although she would go to LA for a pilot season to audition to make connections, things didn't really pan out yet. Until her mom, Giovanna Jones, uploaded a video in 2008 of Coco at 9 years old singing the national anthem at the NFL football game between St. Louis Rams and the Atlanta Falcons on YouTube. The video gained 1 million views, and one of the viewers happened to be Radio Disney, who at the time was looking for someone to be on Radio Disney's next big thing, a singing competition that they had. Which after seeing the video, they reached out to Coco to be a contestant. She ended up joining season 3 in 2010/2011, and while doing this at the age of 12, she also released a self-titled EP, Coco Jones, in 2010, an EP her mom helped her make on her computer, followed by 2 other singles titled Stand Up and Sweet 13 in 2011, which she also uploaded the music video to this song on her YouTube channel. Though Coco didn't win the contest, this opportunity did open doors for her. She got to be on Disney Channel shows such as So Random, where she also performed her single Stand Up, and then there was also Good Luck Charlie. And while auditioning, she landed the role of Roxie in the Disney Channel original movie Let It Shine in 2011, which towards the end of 2011 in December, photos of the film were released showing Coco along with Tyler James Williams and Trevor Jackson, who were also in the film, set to premiere on Disney Channel in June the next year. As 2012 began, Coco, Tyler, Trevor, and some of the cast attended events to promote the upcoming film like the Disney/ABC Winter's Press Party on Tuesday night, January 10th, the 2012 NAACP Image Awards nominees held at the Beverly Hills Hotel the following month on Saturday, February 11th, where Coco, joined by the cast, performed the title track Let It Shine, along with Coco singing another song from the film titled Good to Be Home. And besides promoting the upcoming film as photos, a trailer, and more was getting released, Coco mentioned in interviews that she was working on music, which on May 2nd in an interview Coco did with Radio Disney, she revealed the news of signing with Hollywood Records, making it official that music would be on the way, following the footsteps as previous Disney stars who also ventured into music while being on the network, such as Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, and more. But until then, she continued to promote Let It Shine, which premiered on Disney Channel the next month on June 15. It was a big success, reaching 5.7 million viewers, becoming the most watched original movie in 2012 across all kid demographics. On October 2nd, a Christmas song Coco recorded, Christmas Night, was released on a Disney Channel Christmas soundtrack titled Disney Channel Holiday Playlist, which also included other Disney stars such as Zendaya, Ross Lynch, Bella Thorne, and more, singing a cover or an original Christmas song. As for her own music, with it already being in the works, towards the end of the year on December 3rd, Coco uploaded a music video teaser to her new single, Holla at the DJ, with a lyric video of the song released the day before the official date on December 6th, which ended up being the same day the official song was released. A dance R&B pop high energy song that was written by LaShawn Daniels, Brian Kennedy, and Makeba Riddick, produced by Brian Kennedy, which according to Coco is a song about being at a club, party, or dance event, eagerly waiting for the DJ to play your favorite song. That one song you've been dying to hear, and when the DJ finally does get to play it, the anticipation that had been building makes you enjoy the moment to the fullest. So this is a song that Coco picked that she thought her fans would enjoy, along with it feeling like a song that felt like her. The music video was premiered on Disney Channel during Shake It Up on December 12th, followed by being uploaded on YouTube afterwards. Directed by Chris Applebaum, who also directed Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus, Umbrella by Rihanna, Who Says by Selena Gomez and The Scene, and more. The visual had different sets and moments of black and white with choreography that appeared during the high-energy parts of the song, but when Coco sang the chorus that had a beautiful melody, you see her surrounded by diamonds giving a glamorous feel. The song received praise by fans and got a lot of support on Radio Disney, which in some interviews when asked about what her album would sound like sonically, she said it would be pop and R&B. But in an interview she gave with Clever TV, uploaded on September 17 to promote her new single and upcoming debut album, she said there will be songs of her rapping, also dance like Holla at the DJ, and just an overall various sounds about female empowerment, love, dance, and more. Also, another thing to know about this interview is that it was revealed that her album will be arriving on March 5th of next year. Now, when going into 2013 to start the year on Tuesday, January 1st, Coco performed Holla at the DJ at the 124th Annual Tournament of Roses Parade in Pasadena, California, and during the next few weeks went on to promote her music. But around the end of January, it seemed that the original plans for Coco's debut to release on March 5th were cancelled, because in one interview she did with BCK Online, uploaded on January 31st, she revealed that she had an EP titled Made Of coming out on March 12th, saying that it was just a mini taste of the album coming out next year. And now with the EP almost released and having some extra time, she was gonna do more things on the side of acting, with one of them being going back to film another episode of Good Luck Charlie. And although plans were changed, Coco continued to promote her upcoming EP, which in one interview she gave with Jenny Radio uploaded on February 1st, while at Radio Disney's Next Big Thing where she was going to perform, when asked what was her favorite song to perform live, she revealed it was one of her new songs, Party On, that would be on her new album. Then towards the end of February on the 27th, according to The Hollywood Reporter, it was said that Coco Jones along with Bridget Mendler, Cody Simpson, Selena Gomez and more would be performing at the 2013 Radio Disney Music Awards set for Saturday, April 27th. As for the following month on March 12th, Made Of was released, featuring 4 songs, Holla at the DJ, Deja Vu, co-written by Victoria Monet, Made Of, and World is Dancing, which Coco co-wrote. So the reason why Coco named the EP Made Of was because as she introduced herself as an artist, she wanted to show people what she was made of, meaning this is who she is when it comes to music and what she likes to sing about. Of course, at the moment, it was known that her album will be coming next year, well, at least until the following day on March 13, when Coco did an interview with Just Jared Jr. to promote the EP and talk about going on tour with Mindless Behavior. While responding to the question, do you write your own music, she spoke about co-writing a lot of the songs on the album that would be coming out this summer. And later that same day, when she stopped at BET's 106 and Park at BET Studios, backstage she mentioned again that the album would be coming out this summer, leaving fans wondering why the album date kept on changing. The next month on April 27, Coco performed World is Dancing at the 2013 Radio Disney Music Awards, and as time continued, getting closer to summer, Coco continued to perform and attend events throughout the year. As for the album's release date, nothing was said until around June 30th at the 2013 BET Awards, where she mentioned it will be out in August. She also mentioned that she worked with producers like David Banner, Jukebox, and Esther Dean, who's known for co-writing songs such as What's My Name by Rihanna featuring Drake, Firework by Katy Perry, Countdown by Beyonce, and more. On July 3rd, Coco went on tour with Mindless Behavior. However, just like before, relating to Coco's debut album, there were plans changed yet again as August approached with no word on the release date, and as time went by, while Coco participated in events such as the 2013 Arthur Ashe Kids Day on August 24th, the 2013 MTV Video Music Awards on August 25th, and she even served as a judge on the Hubs Network 2013 Halloween Bash on October 20th. When asked in interviews about the album, she mentioned that it was in the works, and around November, it was when she spoke about releasing a new single, and that this was a single she did for the shoe brand Pastry. But it wouldn't be until the following month in December that she revealed the name of the song would be titled Shine Like Glitter. And although Coco only released an EP, there were other songs that she did record that were released in the year, such as Freaky Freakin' that was released on March 5th on the Shake It Up, I Love Dance soundtrack, and Lights All Over the World that was released on October 15 on the Disney holiday soundtrack Disney Unwrapped. Not to mention, Coco also uploaded 2 covers on YouTube, with those being Royals by Lorde and Unconditional by Katy Perry. So while there were questions as to why the album kept getting delayed, fans continued to wait going into the next year. On January 4, 2014, Coco turned 16 and celebrated Saturday night on January 11th at the SLS Hotel hosted by Pastry, while the following month on February, the single Coco teased for Pastry that was actually titled Glitter that was set to be Shine Like Glitter was released with a music video that also featured her with Katie Armiger. But other than attending the 2014 Kids' Choice Award on March 29th, at that point to the public and some fans it seemed Coco had disappeared. And while it did seem that way, Coco was still present online. She released a collaboration with Maddie B titled Flying High that got a music video released on February 25th. She was also active on YouTube covering songs like How to Love by Lil Wayne, Blue Ocean Floor by Justin Timberlake, and Chandelier by Sia. And though there was no album release, she did release a song at the end of August independently called Peppermint, followed by a music video to the song on October 1st. And that's pretty much what followed after the next year in terms of music, as Coco would do covers, release original music, keep fans updated on the process, and other fun videos on her YouTube channel. Then later on, after years of fans wondering and asking what had happened, on September 12, 2020, Coco decided to do a live stream on YouTube to explain everything. She began with a disclaimer saying that this wasn't to call anyone out, that all she wanted to do was share her side of the story. And after saying how grateful she was for Let It Shine and how it changed her life, she then went on to explain more details how things went behind the scenes, how Disney liked her and felt that she could be a star, keeping her around to establish her, which is what they usually do when bringing someone new to the network, which Coco and her family thought this is how it was going to be moving forward, capitalizing on the heat from Let It Shine, but it was going to sustain. She then revealed how there was a Let It Shine 2 that was written, but it didn't get picked up, along with also being offered her own TV show that didn't happen either. And it was during this process that she thought, if I show them my talent, then they'll believe in me. But then she quickly saw it wouldn't matter because they would go with somebody else who they thought looked more marketable. She then talked about having a record deal and how it was a dream come true for her because music was her number one, but behind the scenes it was a struggle because they wanted her to sing other songs instead of the ones that she wrote. It even got to the point where they wanted her to wear certain things, say specific lines, and even sing in another way that they called more sellable. And it was just a constant back and forth fight to have a say in what she wanted. And she even gave an example saying that Holla at the DJ almost didn't get released. And when it was released, it surprised them because of all the support the fans gave it. And instead of believing, okay, let's put more attention to her, they just kept doing the same thing of, no, you need to sing this, you need to do this. And they were just pretty much trying to put her in this box as they labeled more sellable. So in her mind, she thought, okay, well, maybe it's supposed to be this tough, and once the music's out, it will be a lot easier. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Even with having a single and an EP released, in the process of getting the album done, she got dropped from Hollywood Records. And the reason why as to what they told her on the phone was because they didn't know what to do with her. And from witnessing others who were in the same audition rooms facing their own challenges and eventually landing their big break, she kept thinking that this was just part of the experience, but little did she know her journey would be different than theirs. And now thinking back, she thinks maybe she should have just done YouTube and create her own fan base and a platform so they couldn't take it away from her. She then explained how she was back at home in Tennessee when this happened, which keep in mind she did not live in LA, she just traveled back and forth since around the age of 9 to audition for roles. So while she was at home trying to figure out what to do next and also feeling like everything was slipping away, she just wanted to go back out there, go to LA, because she knew that's where all the opportunities were, which is what she ended up telling her parents, but of course at the time she was only 16, so there was no way they were gonna let her go alone. And being the supportive parents that they are, they said, graduate early and we'll let you go. So she ended up doing that. When she was homeschooled, she graduated, and at the age of 17, she moved to LA. And while she was there, she auditioned to as many roles as she could. She also added that some of these auditions require her to sign or do something that she wasn't comfortable with, and now with having her previous experience, she knew that they didn't care for her and that she had to be more cautious and just go with what felt right for her. She also talked about the colorism that happens in the industry and coming to the conclusion that she had to put herself first and figure out who she is and not be what she thought they wanted her to be. And though this experience was tough, she did say that she would do it again because it helped her find herself. And overall, she just expressed her thanks to fans for their support as she told her story, with reassuring that she was working on new music and even shared a snippet of a new song. And at this point, besides being in shows/films like Flock of Four, Vampires vs. the Bronx, and more, Coco had already released 2 EPs, Let Me Check in 2017 and He Don't Want You in 2019, along with other songs and covers. In the following years, Coco continued to release music, and in March 2022, while discussing her role as Hilary Banks on Bel-Air, the reboot of the 1990s sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, she revealed that she had signed with Def Jam and planned to release a new single towards the end of March. Her single Caliber marked her public comeback in music, released on March 25th, written by Eric Hudson, Bongo, Rockette, Coco Jones, Little Eddie, and Roy Keisha Rockette, produced by Bongo and Eric Hudson. An R&B alternative trap song with a visualizer released on April 14 and a music video released on June 3rd, directed by Tiana Taylor. The lead single to her new EP, titled What I Didn't Tell You, which was released in November, that received praise and positive reviews, which, talking about Caliber to You Discover Music, Coco said, "With the release of Caliber, I finally feel I'm able to articulate the core of who I am. My music's a love letter to my journey and who I become. With the team behind me, there's nowhere to go but up." At the beginning of January 2023, Coco released a deluxe edition of her EP, What I Didn't Tell You, and as the year progressed, her second single, I See You, which got a remix version featuring Justin Timberlake, released on January 14, gradually got more attention, which towards the end of the year, it peaked at number 6 on the US Hot R&B charts, number 16 on the US Hot R&B/Hip Hop charts, and number 62 on the US Billboard Hot 100 charts. She won Best New Artist at the 2023 BET Awards and got 5 Grammy nominations. Best R&B Album for the deluxe edition of What I Didn't Tell You, Best R&B Song for I See You, Best Traditional R&B Performance for Simple, Best New Artist, and Best R&B Performance for I See You, which Coco won the following year at the 2024 66 Grammy Awards. Along with earlier that year, she signed a publishing deal with Warner Chappell Music. And since then, Coco has continued to follow her intuition while doing both acting and music, proving that even though things may not work out the way you thought they would, you can still make your dreams come true. All you gotta do is keep going no matter what and carve your own path. I think her story is just very inspiring and just reminds you to not give up, because think about it, she was on Let It Shine, it was very successful, it's just gonna keep going higher and higher from here on out, and things did not work out that way, unfortunately. And she even talked about herself, like, since her or even her family didn't know how this industry worked, as the doors were opening for her, there was no like someone telling them, you know, you should do this, you should do that. They were just learning along the way. But it's just so great to see how far she's come and all the success that she's had. Despite everything that has happened, she just kept going, she believed, and it paid off. I'm just glad to see that she's getting her 10s, as she should, because she's an amazing artist, she's a great actress, and she does deserve it all, especially working as hard as she has. Like, even since Let It Shine and before, like, she had that work ethic, like she really wanted this. I think it's just so crazy how much they just kept holding her back, and they would give her all these compliments and she would say like, oh, you're a star, you're amazing, you're so talented, and yet they kept putting her to the side instead of just helping her and navigate through this industry and just help establish her. Like, if it was true, why didn't they let her, you know? It's just really messed up how this industry can be. And you know, we've seen it, that there's a lot of artists, musicians, actors that have talked about the things that go on behind the scenes, and how sometimes the label doesn't even want to support them, or sometimes they get trapped in a contract where they're unable to even release music anymore. So let me know in the comments, what are your top 3 favorite Coco Jones songs, and if it was possible for Coco to release that album that she worked on while being signed to Hollywood Records, would you like to listen to it? You can share it down below in the comments. And if you're interested, I did do a video about why Laura Marano scrapped her 2016 debut album, which you can watch right here, and also done a video what is Vivo and what happened to Vivo, which you can watch right here as well. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and also be sure to check out all the other content on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.